I have come on a hopefully short live to tell you all that from now I will be going live every single day. And the reason for that is that I was at Vrindavan at the Neem Karoli Baba Samadhi, and Neem Karoli Baba is special. I don't know why, and I can tell you miracles, but then can I totally assign those to him, etc., etc.? I don't know. But within my heart, he's special. And as I was there was a certain download in me and a certain series of conversations that I found myself having within me. And that led to being very clearly downloading a message which said that, okay, you gotta go on Insta Live every single day. Now, whether it's going to continue to be Insta Live, whether it's going to become YouTube Live, Facebook Live, I don't know. I'm not even committing to a set number of days, but I'm going to go live every day on Insta. But what am I going to talk about, right? That's what I asked. And I was told that you talk about whatever that comes to and through you. And this happened 2-3 days ago, but the mind acts up, right? So the mind was constantly telling me that once you go and do this live, then you have to do it every single day. So I was delaying it, and I was pretending for things to not be working out, for time to not be there. But time is there. I'm on my way to buy vegetables for the day. And again, my mind was giving me reasons of, oh, it's early, it's this, it's that. No, it's not, it's all okay. So I had said, okay, I'm going to park my car to the side and then do the live and then go buy vegetables. As I look at the speedometer, the whatever that is called, I guess, the dashboard, the number of kilometers are 142225. So I saw 222 is a number of a number of okay, this doesn't work. It's actually a number of coming in union. So maybe I'm coming in union with the idea of going live and taking a step. Maybe I can explore a couple of topics. So one of the topics that I'd like to talk about right now then therefore would be the idea of why there is the concept of self-sabotage. I was discussing it with one of my friends a couple of days ago, and we were discussing the idea of because I keep talking about tapping into the highest version of ourselves, and everything that I talk about comes from the fact that I am experimenting with that in my own life. None of it comes from books. I mean, yeah, it's not like I don't read, it's not like I don't listen to great people talk about great things, but ultimately everything I share is because I have had experience of it. I've been seeing, as I have been working on tapping into my higher self, my higher mind, and by that I don't mean that I'm eating more brain food that makes my mind healthy. I mean, not that I'm not doing that. What I mean by that is that each time, whenever a lower fear in me, a lower mind in me tells me that I can't do something because of a certain reason, I choose not to listen to it, and I choose to go with my gut feeling and flow any which way. So as we expand in our life, as we try to reach our higher and higher and higher self, your mind will tell you things. And if you believe those things, that's when you'll go into self-sabotage. So let's say you want to take a break from work and travel the country, and your mind will keep telling you about how you need to have more money in the bank, even though you have enough to do that right now. Or it will tell you that if you don't do this right now, this is the age for you to do work. Who's going to look after you when you're old? These are games of the minds, and it works. If you're going to let your mind believe a paradigm, then that paradigm is going to come true in your life. So that's what law of attraction literally is. So law of attraction is going to be at play, and it is going to work. Nobody is saying that it's not. What I'm saying is that, what do you want to attract? Do you want to attract any nonsense that you are willing to believe just because of conditioning, or just because of whatever your past has taught you, or whatever you have observed from your past? Or are you going to just a car went by with the number 333? And I was one who used to make fun of all of this, but I know the universe talks to us in numbers. There's 666 in front of me anyway. All of those, eventually, whatever they mean, numbers are a sign of alignment from the universe. So I think the simple best way to understand numbers is to say, okay, universe, I acknowledge what you're trying to tell me, and thank you for the sign. It just means that you're on the right path. Any which way. So are you going to listen to your mind? Are you going to say, hi Abhishek? Are you going to listen to your mind, and are you going to make yourself small, or are you going to allow yourself expansion? Every time you choose to allow yourself expansion, you are now training the new mind, which says, it's okay for me to take risks. It is okay for me to go out there and do whatever it is that my heart desires, and I don't have to be limited in any way. I don't have to make myself limited in any way. And because the truth of the matter is that you are an unlimited being. Your being is unlimited. Your being cannot be tied and put in a neat little box. You will always feel a certain amount of strain, a certain amount of stress. You will get relief each time you expand a little more than the last time. But you will always feel a certain amount of strain till you are trying to fit yourself in a box, till you're trying to judge yourself, till you're trying to make yourself small. So one message that I would like to give to people today is not challenge your mind, because when you challenge your mind, then it can become a little bit of a fighting with the pig. But observe it and don't necessarily always believe it. If that's all that you can do in that moment, it's okay. But you're expansive, and allow yourself that expansion. Grant yourself the grace of expansion. God is always trying to give it to you. You're not taking it, and then you are attracting less than what you deserve. So that's what self-sabotage is, when greatness is coming to you and you're pushing it away. Another thing that I'd like to shine some light on today is, somebody asked me this morning, I was in a session, and they asked me, what is the difference between ego and attitude? Because they were saying something and they said, oh my God, these children have much more ego than we ever did. Ego is your identity. So if you think that you're a content creator, that's your ego. If you think you are a mother, then that's your ego at that moment. And it's not that you think and that therefore you're a mother, you are a mother. But what I'm saying is that ego is identity. Ego is not about good or bad. Ego just is, right? And every ego makes you small. Every identity makes you small, because connecting it to my past point, you're an unlimited being. So the moment you have a small sliver of an identity, it is part of whole and not the whole. Attitude, you could have a good attitude or you could have a bad attitude about things. You could say, you could be abundant or you could be of lack mindset. You could be excited or you could just be grumpy about no matter what comes through. Basically what I said, you could have a good attitude about stuff. Like I can have a good attitude about the fact that I'm showing up. It doesn't matter that people are jumping in and off, but I'm showing up here and doing my life, and that I have made the commitment to do it every single day. Or I can have a bad attitude about this, that you know what, I decided to show up but nobody is here, and there are not tens of thousands of people here. So you could have a good attitude or a bad attitude, and that's one way of being. But don't confuse ego and attitude. Ego is your identity. You have to take on ego moment to moment. When I'm driving the car, I have to take on the ego of a driver. When I'm doing a live, I have to take on the ego of somebody who knows what they're talking about. If I don't take that ego on, then why am I even here? Why am I saying anything to any of you? When I'm cooking, I have to take the ego on of the person who knows how to cook, who won't burn herself with fire. But if you become too attached and you become too entrenched with these ego identities that you take on, then what happens is, when I'm not cooking and somebody else is cooking, all I can do is find faults with how they're cooking. Or if I'm in the driver's seat or in the back seat, I'll start doing backseat driving because I know better. So know when to take on ego and when to let it rest. And even when you take it on, always remember that it's a mask, it's a set of clothes that you're wearing, it's not you. Keep that distinction, keep that separateness, and you should be fine. You should be able to cruise through. Cruise through is because maybe conditioning will act up, but let's say cruise through. If you practice this long enough, you will start to change internally into your higher version. All of your versions exist. You will start to naturally tune into your higher version more and more and more and more. And yeah, the higher you go from 3D to 4D to 5D at the level of the mind, at the level of the spirit. The easier everything is, the easier everything comes to you. It's not like if you are not practicing law of attraction, it's not like things will not get attracted to you. You are a natural magnet. You will come into your soul identity, into your original blueprint so easily that everything meant for you will come easily to you. But if you keep jumping from one ego to another ego, especially with a bad attitude, you're going to, or if when things are coming, you're going to self-sabotage because when good things are coming, it goes against my identity, right? I'm somebody who can only make X amount of money in a month. If an opportunity comes where I can triple that, that's going to be a problem for me now because it clashes my identity. So if you're going to be so stuck to identities, you're going to be stuck in ways you can't even imagine. So open up, chill out, take it easy. Don't try to make big jumps at any point of time, but keep growing because you're vast and there's so much to explore in this world, which is so much beyond your 9-to-5s and goals that society puts out for you. That's my message for today. Enjoy. Have faith that all that is visible is not all that is. Rather, all that is visible is a tiny part of all that is. It's a super, super tiny part, like less than 1%. So tap into that infinite source within you rather than small identities and ideas that you're stuck to, and do whatever practices that help you expand. Don't go by the trend, go by your heart. Listen to your heart. Okay, all right, thank you. I did my first live. Bye.